Okay, so my boy Justin sent me over this new horror film, Insane Like Me. All right, it is directed by Chip Goslin, who co-wrote the film with Britt Bankhead. It is produced by um, Britt Bankhead, right? Executive produced by Rhonda Bankhead, Lynn Ellison, Blake Higdon, Danny Higdon, Grace Patterson, and Chip Goslin. Edward Antonio took care of the music. Francis Frizat was on cinematography. Art direction is Theodore Shantz. Crystal Daniel was hair makeup. What else? Special effects. We have got Anne Martinez. So our cast, right? Not only does he produce and write, Britt Bankhead also co-stars in the film as Jake Morgan. All right, we've got his girlfriend, Samantha Davis, played by Grace Patterson, who is actually Britt's wife, right? Samantha, her dad is Sheriff Davis, played by Eric Roberts. Her brother, Will Davis, played by Paul Kolker. And she has a sister, Crystal Davis, played by Samantha Reddy. We've got Josie, who is dating. Oh, no, Josie isn't. Josie is a friend of Crystal's. Josie is played by Meg Hobgood. Erica is dating Will. She's played by Maria Weatherall. There's Hayden, played by River Perkins. He's dating Crystal. Then there's John, played by Blake Higdon. Carl, played by John Wirt. Courtney, played by Scarlett McAllister. Deputy Adams, played by Jason P. Kendall. Brad, played by David Dulci. Mary Lumens, played by Erica Muse. Alexa, played by Hannah Dannelly. Who else we got? Mr. Smitherman, played by Bo Jimson. Camera guy, played by Thomas Paraff. Rhonda, played by Stephanie Rhodes. Callie, played by Riley Hall. Yeah, I think that is our main group. So the gist of the film is this: a veteran, right, who returns home after a tour of duty overseas. He becomes the lead suspect in his girlfriend's disappearance and is subsequently wrongly convicted and incarcerated. 9 years later, he is released from the mental asylum. He returns home to find the truth and settle the score. So that is the storyline. This is actually, right, it's actually the feature directorial debut of Chip Goslin, and it's the first feature him and Britt have written. Now, they both worked on a TV series where they, write and produce and blah, 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 but this is the first feature film. So there's that. Now, I think what we see with this film, right, is I think they're probably both fans of horror, right? We can see that they're utilizing a lot of different tropes, a lot of different mainstays that you might come across in a horror film, right? The setups, the interplay, just a lot of these things and notions. So we can see they're fans. right? That they're passionate about trying to do their own thing. They're both kind of newish to the game. You know, they've been working for a few years, not a whole heap. So, you know what I mean? They're trying to do their own thing, which you have to commend, right? Commend people for, like, you know what I mean? You know, it's probably hard getting roles. So if you could just sit there and wait, or you can try and do something. And that's what these guys have done. So, you know, all power to them. Um, yeah, with a, you know, indie films are tough, right? There's not always a huge budget. And we noticed that with this one. You know, the special effects, like explosions and, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's not necessarily the best, but if you kind of look at this like it's a B movie type of thing, you know, it fits within that sphere of things, right? The story is a little bit shaky. The story is a little bit shaky. The dialogue, you know, that's probably a big stumble on this film, because we just have a lot of scenarios and things that don't necessarily make sense. Right? There's a bit where some people are tied down. Now, two girls. One girl, they strip down to her underwear. The other, they don't. And it's just like, why would they do that? Right? It doesn't make any sense. Like, you've got both of them in the same. If you were gonna do that, you do it to them both, or you'd leave them both. Like, you know, it's an odd thing. It's an odd scene. Like, we have this whole vampire thing, but we don't really follow this whole law right now. And the thing is, it's not because, you know, different films do things slightly differently, right? Which is all fine. I like that, right? It's interesting. Be like, oh, how are they approaching this? But in the film itself, it's like, how do you kill vampires? Oh, you have to do blah, blah, blah. But then we see earlier in the film, like a vampire being stabbed in the arm and then falling down like they're dead, right? Where you're just like, wait, that vampire wouldn't be dead. What's happening here? You know, there's some weird things. Like, there's a scene where you see a monster in a corridor, and then um someone tells, like, these people, be like, hey, you guys go. And they run in the direction of the monster. And you're like, wait, hold on. There's there was no there was no stairs, there was no door. Where are they going? Was they going in the direction of the monster? Right? What's happening here? You know, it's a bit, it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd, right? We have this supposed derelict hotel that does not look like a derelict hotel. A character's locked up for 9 years, comes out. Apart from the long hair and a beard, looks exactly the same. No aging. And then when we meet other people from, you know, before, you know, they all look the same. Right? And it's just like, ah, man, we need to do better with that. Right? There's this, expressions are an issue. There's a lot of weird scenes where people have got this weird grin on their face. And it's just like, wait, why are they grinning? Like, and it's not even meant to be a sinister scene or anything. So it's just like, wait, why is this person grinning like that? Oh man, this is weird. So it's, yeah, right. Look, a lot of passion has gone into the film for sure. But yeah, we have some issues with the story. We have some issues with the acting. Um, like, just creating that vibe of Friends, or, you know, lovers and just all of these things. It's we don't really buy it. We don't really buy it, you know? Like, there's this funny scene when Crystal's with her friends, and yeah, remember like those 70s films of people being stoned and you know be like, yo, man, hey, let's hang 10, let's do a doobie. And one of the people acting like that, and you're just like, oh shit, what is going on? You know, just even little things like doing research. People just go on their phone now, right? If they need information, they go on their phone. You're not going to go to a library. You're not going to go to a library, right? There's no reason to. Now, we can create a reason, right? If it's important for the nat, we can create a reason that makes sense. But just to do that's not reason enough, you know? So I think it's little things that slip this film up, but it's the first directorial feature, right? It's the, you know, first film they both written. So there is room to grow. That's the thing here. There is plenty of room to grow. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see what they learn from this process, how they move forward, just all of those things, right? Now, Insane Like Me is yeah, gonna be out on all your favorite VODs, right? Apple, Amazon, just all of that, people. So you can find it there. If you like that kind of B movie horror thing, there's a film a few years back called Bite Me, right? That was vampires and all of that. So kind of feel this fits into that, right? If you enjoyed that film, I think you would like this. We've also got we looked at a film a few oh man, I'm gonna say a few months back, right? But time moves so weirdly, man. Sometimes I think, oh yeah, it was just a few months ago, and then you just realize that was last year, right? I think it was at the start of the year, right? It was a oh god, it was a weird kind of culty film, people going away and trying to remember what the damn film was called, right? Oh man. Let me see if yes, it was the 6th of January. The film is called Reflect. If you like that, I do believe Insane Like Me will work for you. So if it's your kind of film, people, you can check it out on the 4th of June on all your favorite VODs. So enjoy.